Hey, it's Brock here with Rock Hill Farms, and today we're going to do a little bit of tractor shopping. And primarily, I'm going to look at LS tractors today. Now, I drove past a couple of LS tractors to get to this dealership because in my experience, this is one of the best dealerships around that has an owner and a sales staff that are really knowledgeable, and they've got a wide selection of tractors. So we're going to step outside, take a look at a few. Okay, so we are out here with Jake from the Tractor Yard, and this is a family-owned business. I think you guys have been in business quite a while. You sell several brands of tractors.
Yep, so been in business about 20 years. My dad started the business, and I've taken it over the last 2 years. We've got LS tractors, which is our newest line of tractors. We've got TYM tractors, which we've had for almost 15 years. And then we've got the bad boy tractors as well.
So as far as LS tractors, they've got a bunch of models, including the one I'm the most interested in, but we're going to kind of look at all of them, and we're starting with the tractor that's too big for me. This is the 468. It's a full-size utility tractor that I don't really need, but it's the only one here that has a cab. So I want to check out their cabs, because I'm wanting to get a little bit smaller tractor, but I want it to have a cab on it.
Absolutely.
All right, so here in the cab, this is a bigger tractor than I'm looking at, but this is a really roomy cab with heat and air conditioning. These windows here and the back one all open up. Radio, air conditioning controls, vents. Okay, so we got a suspension seat here and a rubber floor mat. Got cup holders, rear view mirror on the inside and two on the outside. So big question everyone asks about a cab is it roomy and comfortable? And this definitely is. Like I said, this is a little bigger tractor, but you know, I'm 6 foot and about 260, and I don't feel cramped at all in here. Got great visibility because we're almost all glass. So this is a nice looking tractor, but it's definitely bigger than what I'm looking for. So let's move on down to a model that I am interested in, which is this 357. So this exact tractor right here, I have actually got to run before. I ran it with the backhoe. We took the backhoe on and off, and I was really impressed with how smooth that backhoe was, to be honest. And I'll put a link to that video later if you want to see me actually doing real work with this. But for right now, we're going to talk a little bit about the specs, the pricing, and the options. Because if I was buying a tractor today, it would be this one right here, but I would want it with the cab.
This is the MT357 PCT. So that PCT is the power clutch version of this tractor. So you've got this tractor in the power clutch, the synchro shuttle, or the hydrostat. All three options.
So this tractor has a 2,700 pound lift capacity on the loader and that much on the rear. So I could really do all my log loading and stuff, but I could also do stuff like running that square baler or pulling a plow, or pretty much I feel like this machine's going to do anything I need it to do. They have this in an economy model also, or a very similar version with an E on the end of the model number.
They do. They have an MT3 series economy, which is what that E stands for. So you're going to be missing a couple of the features, kind of like the rear 3-point hitch, remote 3-point hitch lift on the back. Just a couple of little things like that you're going to get with this tractor versus the E series.
We got a convenient fuel fill location. This is a removable loader. Have you ever taken one of these loaders off on one of these?
So they're extremely easy to take off and on. They've got kickstands here. And so it's basically just kickstand on either side, 2 pins, one on either side, and then the quick connect hydraulic attachments at the loader valve. So pretty simple.
Okay. Then of course we are skid steer quick attach on the bucket. All right. And we come around behind. We've got a trailer wiring harness. I think that's really convenient. A rear work light here. 2 sets of rear remotes. This lever right here raises and lowers your implement without getting in the tractor, which is a big deal, especially if you've got a cab. That would not be on the E model, right?
Correct. Yeah, so the other thing you're getting along those same lines, making it easy and convenient to change 3-point implements, is you've got that lift and lower, and you've also got these extendable 3-point arms here. So that way, if you don't get really squared off with that implement, you can adjust on one side or the other, and then once you've got it hitch pinned up, back up into it, those lock back in place.
I think that is a big deal. This coupled with this type of adjustment on your draft arms really makes a big difference, especially if you have a heavy implement. One thing negative I didn't like about this is I think that this right here should be hinged to make it easier to get into your PTO. I mean, that's a very minor thing, but that's the only negative I noticed on this when I was using it before. A nice step on both sides of the tractor. Okay, that was not terrible getting on and off. It's really convenient to be able to get on and off from either side, not have to walk around all the time, and that often comes down to your loader joystick. So that wasn't too bad. Now you said this is a shuttle shift?
This is a power clutch. So the main difference between the power clutch and the shuttle shift tractor is that your clutch is able to be controlled by a button or a pedal down there by Brock's left foot. So you can run it like a traditional clutch, but you've got a button here on this main shifter that's going to operate that clutch for you. So there's no guesswork on how far do I need to depress the clutch, how slow do I need to let it out, and you get all the benefits of the power shuttle, meaning more power to your PTO, more efficient power delivery, but it's a lot easier to use transmission.
I ran this exact model, and I don't have a bunch of experience with gear drive transmissions. I mainly have ran my hydrostat, but I found this to be easy to figure out and understand. And you basically got 3 clutches. The range you need to stop to shift, but this, your gears within the range are synchronized. So I find that to be pretty convenient. This is a nice roomy operator station. You've got a throttle down here that will allow you to raise your engine RPM on demand. Whereas you can have more of a permanent setting here, or if you want to be able to vary that, you can use the pedal down here. So these are electric controls as opposed to manual controls, which means it's a smooth operation and a more precise control. Same thing with your PTO switch, is electric PTO switch. Then we've got headlight switches here. Just all the basic controls are pretty standard what you see. It's got a adjustable seat, air ride seat, your diff lock pedal down here, and then your 2 rear remotes are right here. I like the position of the loader joystick. Like I said, I've ran this machine and I was pretty impressed with it. All right, question of the day. I'm gonna put you on the spot, because generally I don't give prices on a video, because you might be watching this video in the future and the price has changed. So we're generalizing here. But the reason I'm seriously looking at LS Tractor is because in my experience, their pricing is competitive with anybody out there for what you get for what the price is. So let's say I'm ready to buy this today. I want this machine and I need something to use with it. I want a box blade and a rotary cutter and a trailer. Can you give me an idea of what I'd be looking at on a package like this?
Yeah, so our package price on this exact tractor with the implements that you described, a box blade, a brush cutter, and a trailer, we're right at $37,600.
That's darn good. I mean, you can't beat that for a tractor this size with that much capacity, under 40K with a couple implements and a trailer. That's, man, price isn't the only thing that matters, but it definitely matters. Okay, so we looked at the most logical choice if I'm stepping up in tractor. If I wanted a similar tractor to the one I have, mine's 38 horse. Yes, this is going to be the closest thing they've got.
Yeah, so this is an MT235HE. So it's an E series. It's a hydrostatic tractor, but it's 35 horsepower. And if you wanted to buy one of these in that same package deal with the brush cutter, the box blade, and the trailer, that's going to be $27,125.
And for reference, my tractor, which is a little more horsepower but a much smaller machine, is tractor only $31,000 at my local dealer, $31,500, and I got a package with all that plus a couple things. It was like $53,000. So big difference in price. Now, I'm not affiliated with LS. I'm not here to sell anything. I'm just showing you what I see. And a couple other things that make me consider LS is they do have a wide dealer network. When I look them up, these are servicing dealers and they're all over the place. And whenever I watched the maintenance videos that I could find online, they seem to be pretty well designed and maintenance seems to be pretty easy. So let's take a look at the differences between this tractor and mine. Now, the first obvious difference is it's got a much bigger tire on it, which makes it a little more comparable to a 3038 instead of a 2038. but then that we'd be talking even more money to compare it to that model. So do you know the lift capacity on the front and rear of this tractor?
This tractor can lift 1,700 pounds on the loader and 1,800 pounds at the 3-point.
And mine, I believe, is 1,100 on the loader is the list, and then 1,300 on the 3-point. And when I compare to my tractor, I'm really not trying to run it down. I think it's a great machine, but I've made a list of these are the reasons I like my machine. And then these are the reasons I like the competitor. And just putting information out there so you guys can decide. This is an E model, where most tractor companies will have an economy model and then a premium model. And it's the small things that you notice that are different about it. And that's the same case here. For instance, your extendable lift arms for your 3-point are not on this tractor because it's an E model. And those are the kind of little things that are just choices that you're going to make. But it does have a removable loader, which, like the John Deere E models, do not have a removable loader. Otherwise, a lot of the controls feel the same with the throttle, and the position of all the controls feel like what I was just looking at. This, wow, that's a big difference. This is a 3-range transmission, which is something I really wish mine had. And to, again, compared to the brand I know the most about, you have to be in a premium feature set on a tractor to get a 3-range in this size. This size range of tractor can be purchased in a hydrostat or a shuttle shift. Now, a lot of guys want a tractor this size, but they do not want it to have a regen system of any kind on it. And so for that, they've got a 25 horse version that's going to be about the same size, right? And that's a MT225E. And we've got one of those right over here. So this is a similar size tractor to the 35 horse I was just on, but this is 25 horse. Do you have the specs on what this can pick up?
Yeah, so it's 1,600 pounds on the front loader and then 1,800 pounds as a 3-point.
So to me, if you want a machine that is under that regen but has a lot of capability, then this is right there. I've been kind of making a big deal about the TYM 2515, that it has so much lift capacity for a small horsepower tractor, and this is kind of in that class range. So it's still bigger than like a Deere 2025. So what about this tractor with a similar kind of package? Do you know a price on that?
So that same exact package deal that we offer, tractor loader, box blade, brush hog, and trailer, you're $23,400.
Okay, that's pretty darn good. Now let's say you really want a cheap tractor. Let's go look. Someone who says, man, I just barely need more than a lawnmower. I got a small property, I don't have a fortune to spend, and $24,000's maybe a value, but it's a lot of money. Let's go look at someone who's just entering the tractor market, minimum price for a small machine. Now this tractor right here is your base model, smallest tractor they've got, MT125, 25 horse tractor. And I've already done a full video talking about all the features of this I liked and didn't like. I used it to grade a driveway. So if you want to know more about this one, at the end of the video, you'll see links to this tractor review and the one running the 357 with the backhoe. So those would be good to check out. Ballpark a price on this with the same kind of package we've been talking about.
Yeah, so ballpark price, this is going to be one of the biggest bang for your buck tractor packages you can get in this tractor range. So right at $19,000 gets you the tractor, loader, brush hog, box blade, and the trailer.
And if you buy just the tractor, this is going to be one of the cheapest tractors you can buy. So hopefully there was some information here that you guys find helpful. Go make sure to check out those other 2 videos. If you're looking to buy a machine, check out the Tractor Yard. Where's the best place to find you guys?
You can find us at our website, thetractoryard.com, or give us a call, 918-486-4464. We're here in Coweta, Oklahoma, and we ship all over the United States. We're happy to help.
Full sales and service. So check them out, and I appreciate you taking time to watch this video. I'll put links on the screen to those other 2 videos, and I'll see you next time.